a malefactor, Anton Chekov. Fishing rod of Denis Grigoryev in pieces. Lick snapper, gungeon, mullet, bird spike. No. Railway nut, railway sleeper truck, dragnet, fishing net, jeopardize railway track using block or broken railway sleeper or line railway track. Okay friends, good morning. I welcome you in summer tutorial hours. Today I will discuss the story A Malefactor written by Anton Chekov about an old peasant Denis Grigoryev of Kimovo village. Please subscribe my channel in the YouTube to learn English and to do curricular studies. This is a story of a poor peasant, Denis Grigoryev of Kimovo village of Russia, who was caught red-handed by the linesman Akinfov while he was unscrewing a nut from the fish plate of railway track. Akinfov put a charge sheet in the court of the railway magistrate, charging Denis Grigoryev the act of sabotage under the Article 1081 of the Russian Penal Code. Denis Grigoryev pleaded that he used the railway nuts as sinkers in the fishing net and a line of fishing rod to submerge the hook in river water to catch the fishes, and this skill is practiced by the villagers in Kimovo village. Since the railway lines lie there and it is being exercised at large in fishing nets and fishing hooks, but never a derailment or train accident happened, Denis stated. They unscrew the nuts from the railway sleepers or the ties of railway tracks as they need in making fishing nets and fishing rods, attach them as the sinkers or weights to sink their fishing nets and fishing hooks to catch the fishes. They do not have any malevolent intention to kill the innocent passengers or damage and vandalize the railway tracks, causing derailment or train accident. But he could not prove himself of innocent, and magistrate pronounced convicted, and sent him to jail or prison on the charge of sabotage. Hence, Anton Chekov described humorous statement of Denis regarding catching skills of pieces. Thus, a coaching class engaged and a lecture delivered there in the court. So there is debate and exchange of sparkling dialogues of Denis, who denied to know Russian laws and indirectly and categorically accepted that he committed mistakes in unscrewing the nuts from the railway tracks and used them along with other villagers, mostly peasants. Now, I narrate the story in short. Denis Grigoryev was standing before the dais of the magistrate. He was wearing a torn shirt of linen and paste drawers. His face was full of pits of smallpox, and he was in sullen regiment, and his hair was untidy, so his face looked like a spider. He wore no shoe, so he was barefoot. He was gloomy because he thought that without reason he was summoned or a trial was proceeded against him. So, Denis Grigoryev, you may see a malefactor here, written by Anton Chekov, Denis Grigoryev. So, investigating magistrate said to him, Denis Grigoryev, you come closer to the dais and answer my questions. On 7th of this July, you was unscrewing a knot from the railway track at the 141st mile. Linesman Ivan Simonovich Akinfov saw you and caught you there. Here is this knot on the table that ties the sleeper of the fist plate of the railway track. You committed this offense as stated by Akinfov. Denis actually denied or disagreed, so he said, what? Magistrate repeated the charge against him as Akinfov reported. Denis said, yes, it happened. Magistrate put next question, why he was unscrewing the knot. Denis disagreed and said, what? Magistrate said, answer my question, don't put question saying what. Magistrate repeated the question, what were you unscrewing the knot for? Denis answered, I want that knot, so unscrewed it. He croaked like a frog. Magistrate put questions, what did you want that knot for? Denis answered, the natte. In the Russian slang, in Russian, he said, the natte. We make sinkers out of those, not for our lines. Magistrate was annoyed and said, who is we? Denis answered, we people of Kimovo village and all peasants. Magistrate said, don't make me fool, but speak sensibly. Don't tell lies about the nuns and sinkers. Then said, me tell lies? I never tell lies, muttered Denis. Your Honor, you may catch fish without a sinker. Denis explained that without sinkers or weight line of the fishing rod floats on the surface water of the river only, and what is used to attach worm or maggot in the fishing hook. In this river, bleak and snapper fishes may bite the bait or worm, but it ever happens here as no snapper is found in this river zone of Kimovo village. The perch, pike, and ilp-out pieces swim near the bottom of a river. He said to the magistrate that why he was talking about snapper fish whereas not found in this river zone of Kimovo village. Then he responded further, the people of high-class society are gentlemen catch fish without a sinker, but in Kimovo village, even a stupid boy catches fish using sinkers with the line of nest. My fourth question further, okay Denis, you unscrewed a nut to make sinker for your fishing line or rod. Denis answered, yes. I wanted to make sinker, but not make marbles or play knuckle bones. Master said that he would make sinker which use bullet, nail, lead or any other weight or iron piece. Denis answered, railway nut has a hole and heavy and may be tightened easily with the line and the nest, whereas used bullet, lead and iron piece are stored in the shop, and railway nuts may be used free of cost. Mr. said he admitted categorically that he used nuts as sinkers and unscrew from the railway track, and he is out of wit, blockhead, and like newborn child. Further, magistrate said that there would be derailment or train accident, killing numerous persons. Denis answered, "Fui" is a Russian slang for foo, fui. For insult or what's say derogatory term, fui or foo. What we say foo. Or what modern use is sit. Okay. Your Honor, why should we kill them? We never think of massacre. In Kimovo village, we live simple life styles. Queen of heaven, save us and have mercy on us. We are not heathens or criminals. Means we are not unreligious persons. So here fishing rod and fishing nets, I just show you here. This railway nets used here as sinker, butterfly or earthworm or maggot may be used as bait in the hook, and here bleak, snappers, gudgeon, mullet, ilp out like snakes, fish, pulse, and pike, big fish here described in this story. So now, Denis did not believe in magistrate about the cause of train accident. Magistrate said, nuts hold the rail or sleepers to the tie or faceplate. Denis answered, so we don't unscrew all of them. Magistrate said, now I find the cause why train accident happened last year. Denis is still not agree with the magistrate. He said, you educated people know all its reasons of accident. He said, Your Honor, this linesman Akinfov caught my collar and dragged me and hit me twice on jaw and chest. I am an old man, he should behave gently. I am a peasant and have wit of peasant. Note down it, Your Honor, that he misbehaved. Mr. said, they found another nut in your house, so when did you unscrew it? Means second nut. They said, that nut was kept under the red box. Ignaska a boy gifted to me. He was son of here a one-eyed person there, Shimon. I unscrewed another nut with the help of Mitrophone Petro that lied under the sleeves in the yard. Denis admitted that the third nut he unscrewed along with the help of Mitrophone Petro here. And that nut was found under the sleeves in his courtyard when search made by the linesman there and team. Linesman and team. Master said, who is Mitrophone? Who is Mitrophone Petro? Then he said, Mitrophone Petro is very famous in our village as a fishing net weaver who sells fishing nets to the gentry and needs at least 10 nuts to make a net. Master said, according to the Article 1081 of the Penal Code, it states that any perpetrator or malefactor willfully jeopardize the lives of railway passengers or damage railway line causing derailment or train accident is liable to imprisonment and exile also. Denis denied, we are ignorant people. We don't know the penal laws. Master said, you do know laws of your country. You are lying and summing. Denis argued, I don't say lie. You ask in the village, only bleak fishes may be caught without a sinker, but not others. Master taunted, you may give catching to you are here giving coaching to catch slippers or snapper fishes. Denis said, slippers or snappers are not found in this river zone. Without sinkers, the line floats in the surface water of river and rarely a gungeon you may catch or a mullet, but it happens very rarely. Master shouted, keep silence. Master was writing the judgment and Denis shifted his one foot to the another to see the drop and his eyes were blinking in nervousness. So here nuts, railway nut use as sinker, and in fish plate or railway tie here nuts used to fasten the railway slipper or railway line, and fishing nets bear about fishing net or dragnet about 10 nuts used as sinkers or weight. So this is the design in that village. So what happens after this trial? In this trial, Denis felt very nervous and he was putting one foot to another ahead to see the drop that magistrate was writing the judgment there too. So Denis said that he wanted to go out of the court. Magistrate said, you will be sent to prison. Denis said, prison? Oh, why prison? I had no time to spare. I gave 3 rubles to Yegor to buy lard or tello in fear. This lard, tello means this fats of a pig used in cooking, just like ghee. Maybe there, you may say, or butter. So magistrate said, shut up. Denis said, okay, I keep silence. He muttered, we are 3 brothers, Kuzma Grigoryev, then Yegor Grigoryev, and me, Denis Grigoryev. If any loan there, then we may pay. Ask in the village to the elder residents and others. Magistrate shouted, you are nonsense. Hey, shaman, take him away. So Magistrate was very angry. So actually Magistrate had written the judgment because he was found the act of sabotage causing derailment. You may see in this picture just jeopardized railway track using bark or this a log of wood across the railway track or breaking of railway sleepers. So magistrate here pronounced judgment that he said, "Seaman, take him away." Then what happens? Two husky soldiers caught Denis and dragging him out of the court. Denis muttered, "A brother is not responsible for the debt. If husband does not pay, your honor, just sensibly but not in cockeyed way." So Denis argued. Denis was not agree with the court, and Denis denied that he was not a criminal or perpetrator or hidden, but that was the tradition there to unscrew the nut in his village for catching a fish, and using those nuts either in fishing nets or dragnet or in the fishing rod. So he said further, "Your honor, just sensibly but not in cockeyed way, our master general is dead, albeit he would show what the judgment. Flog a man when he deserts, and he was carried out of the court." So in this way he did not agree with the court, and he considered himself as innocent, and he thought that there was no reason, no rhyme in summoning or putting Chalan in this court and proceeding the trial against him. So he said like this, but he was sent to jail. So now friends, I just again here put you this diagrams, diagrammatic description to you, and I will give you word notes, etc. So this hero, Denis Grigoryev, his face looked like a spider having a pitch of a small pox. He here wearing a t-shirt, torn t-shirt made linen and drawers. Okay, then friends, see this fishing rod. Modern fishing rod have pulley here and maybe bend easily, and a line and hook where we attach a earthworm or butterfly here, and as sinkers this railway nuts use there too. Okay, here in sinker, railway nut used there. Railway nut means wet, and here near the surface blinkfish and snapper fish here shown, and other fishes deep in water, says ganjan, mullet, then ilp out, perch, and what's a pike, and pike here. Okay friends, then next is this description, diagrammatic description here, that railway nut having a hole. Here fish plate or tie of railway tie shown there. 6 nuts used to fasten the railway sleeper or railway line. Okay, and here fishing nets or dragnet here shown, where a small fishing net or dragnet in that Kimovo village weaver used 10 nuts. So Metrophone Petro was fishing net weaver there, who used generally 10 nuts for a for a small fishing net. Okay. Then friends, you see this jeopardized states that in Russian penal code written that damaging willfully under Article 1081 of Russian penal code, damaging or sabotaging or vandalizing this railway line, causing derailment or accident. So this description. So such persons may be sent to prison or exiled, what the law states. Okay. Now just see verse notes here. I just give you verse notes. Verse notes here. So a malefactor means perpetrator who commits mistake or crime. Lard means fat of pig, just like butter used in cooking purpose. Tallow, Tallow, tallow means melted fat of animals. Then dragnet. Dragnet means fishing net. And Throsionical means boasting. Then Puie, Puie is Russian slang, Russian word. Its meaning is fool, or expression of impatience or contempt. So it's a Russian slang. What in modern use we say sit. Generally modern English American we use in daily conversation. Then maggot means worm. Smirk means smile in a silly manner, like stupid. Then gentry means people of high class societies, say as a doctor, engineer, magistrate, vice and teachers, high class society, high class persons there in society. Then bog, bog means thick squared beam of wood. Then sleigh means sleighs drawn by a horse on ice. Okay, this cart. Then jeopardize means endanger life of some persons or to put in danger. Then perpetrator means who commits a crime, actually crime, not only ordinary mistakes. Then sham means to pretend. And bleak, bleak, bleak means small black fish. Then some other words we may discuss. Gungeon, G-U-D-G-O-N, Gungeon is a name of a small freshwater fish. Mullet means a kind of sea fish. Then perch is also freshwater fish used in food. Then pike means a large freshwater fish. Then ilp out means snake-like fish. Then heathen means actually unreligion, who a person who does not believe in any religion, well-known religion of the world. Then snapper means a kind of freshwater fish here. Now friends, I made one important questions here note I am just giving. The question is this: write the character of Denis and justify the title of the story. So there are two questions here: character of Denis and justify the title of the story. Now answer. Denis Grigoryev is a poor peasant of a Kimovo village. His face is full of pears or scars of smallpox. He wore torn shirt of linen and drawers. His untidy hair and heavy eyebrows give him a look of a spider. He was facing a trial in the court of a railway magistrate under the charge of sabotage and causing accident or derailment of a railway train. He is barefoot. He was caught by linesman Akinfov unscrewing a nut from the faceplate of railway line on 7th July at the 141st mile. He was indulged to unscrew a second railway nut with Metrophone Petrov, a fishing net weaver, linesman Akinfov and his fellows, searched house and found a nut under the red box and another nut under the sleigh in the courtyard. Thus he was accused of unscrewing the nuts. In this way, 3 nuts confiscated from him. A nut was gifted to him by Ignaska, a young boy of one-eyed man, shaman. He was thrashed by Akinfov, who dragged him along the railway line, and Akinfov hit twice in jaw and chest. He asked the magistrate that he is illiterate and poor old peasant, but Akinfov beat him. So note this, his misbehavior. So in this way, he is a rude old man, a rough, rude old man. Now, he answered the question, putting a question in the court, and repeated the word what, and mostly he used the word we but not I in his statement. So the magistrate annoyed. Why annoyed? Because he always said we but not I. Anton Chekov actually portrayed him like a protagonist or mouthpiece of the peasants and people of Kimovo village, where they were unscrewing the nuts from the railway line or track, since the railway lines lied in their village. They were using the nuts in making dragnet or fish net and sinkers in the fishing line of a fishing rod. Denis categorically accepted that he unscrewed the nuts from the railway line to use them as sinkers because the railway nets are found free of cost and people may unscrew them when they need. Iron piece, lead piece, nail and used blades are sold in the hardware shop. He time to time gave lessons or tutorials how to catch fish like snapper, bleak, mullet, gudgeon, ilpout, purse and pike, etc. Thus he actually wasted the time of the court here. He argued that bleak fish or snapper may be caught without sinkers but not others, and snapper fish are their shore, not found in the river zone of their village. He also explained that railway nut is best to use as sinker or weight because there is a hole in the center and may be fastened easily in the line. He taunted that gentry catch fish without sinker, but a stupid boy of his village also used nut as sinker in the fishing line. He disclosed that a small dragnet or fishing net requires at least 10 nuts in its making. He taught them that there is no use of dragnet or fishing line, that only floats on the surface water of river. Bait or maggot or earthworm attached to the fishing hook and fishes are attracted only when the hook submerges in the river water. He does not admit that he commits a crime, and the peasants of Kimovo village, if they unscrew the nuts from the railway track, as they are peasants and don't know Russian penal code. He was convicted and sent to prison, but he thought that he was innocent. So he protested and said he was not a thief and did not put a log of wood across the railway track and unscrew several nuts holding railway ties, causing derailment and train accident, killing railway passengers. So he did not unscrew several nuts, causing railway accident. He argued there. He pleaded himself innocent but convicted according to the Article 1081 of the Russian Penal Code. As per law, he is guilty and a malefactor. He should know Russian laws of his nation. Ignorance of law is no excuse. So he is malefactor in my opinion, and the title justified or approved. Poor peasants are also accountable here as an act of sabotage and crime of derailment, etc. So, as per law, court is here right, sending him to prison, and in this way, this title also justifies that he was a malefactor, or he is a malefactor in this story. But there should be case filed against the other peasants also of Kimovo village. But in the story it was not written so. Now friends, subscribe my channel. Now friends, subscribe my channel, push the button of red button and bell icon. Then you may get information for new video of English language and the literature also. And now here is my contact number. Okay friends, contact number, WhatsApp etc. 942461441 and 8966088853. Okay friends, now discussion over. Have a good day.